Hey guys, how is everybody today? So hopefully everybody has their mat. If you'd like, you can kind of put your mat close to a wall. If you want to do any inversions today, I'll give some options to where you can work on, handstand kick-ups or forearm stand, things like that, or headstand. So there will be some options today where you can take those. So just be careful wherever you are in your house. I'm up by a mirror, and I was practicing earlier, and one of the mirrors accidentally almost fell on me. Luckily it didn't. But it's good to see everybody today. Happy Friday. Don't mind the 12 o'clock siren going off behind me. Happy Friday. I wanted to come on here. I was missing everybody so much. Every day, I was coming to the studio, but for some reason it really hit hard this morning. So I wanted to come by at noon and do a pop-up class. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. Yes. Good. Hi, Erin. Oh, you're here in spirit. Welcome. Hi, Elizabeth. Hey, guys. So, let me see if I can put it down. No, I can't. All right. So let's get started. Let's go ahead. Just coming into your mat, let's go ahead and start in child's pose. Hips reach back, arms reach forward. So just coming to your child's pose this afternoon, closing your eyes, starting to take a few full cycles of breath. So as you inhale, hold at the top, and then full open mouth exhale. Taking a few more of those. Walking your hands over to the right side of your mat, turning your left temple to the floor and allowing for your right hand to reach back and stretch towards the back corner. Good, and then change, walking hands out over to the left. Right hand really reaches towards the top, left hand stretches and reaches back as your right temple turns down to the mat. Coming back to center. Coming up into all fours and just setting up for puppy pose. I usually do a pretty similar warm-up each time. I like these a lot just to warm the shoulders. So for puppy pose, arms reaching forward, hips are going to stay over the knees. And then allow for either your forehead, your chin, or your sternum to come down to the mat. Slowly change, coming back up into all fours, taking a few rounds of cat-cow. Shoulders over wrists, hips over the knees. With your inhale breath, go ahead into cow pose. Head reaches, stretches through the shoulders. Tailbone will go up. Gaze can follow up. Exhale breath, round through the back. Cat pose, navel pulls up to the spine. Inhale breath, head reaches, stretches through the shoulders. Cow pose. Good, exhale breath, round the back. Cat pose. One more of each. Good, coming back to neutral. Pressing your palms firmly down to the floor. Curl the toes under. Send the hips up and back into down dog. Bending your knees back and forth, side to side to get some movement into the hips and to the back side of the body. I like to widen my feet out, mat width, moving hips side to side. We're going to take it into a down dog twist. So widen your feet mat's width if they're not already there. Shorten your stance. Take your right hand, move it to the top center of the mat. Take your left hand either back behind right thigh, knee, calf, or ankle. Creating your twist, staying with the breath. Gaze could go up. Good, and then change, switching over to the other side. Left palm down to the top center of the mat, taking right hand back behind your right thigh, knee, calf, or ankle, creating your twist. Good, back to downward facing dog. So from your downward dog, shifting forward into high plank pose, shoulders over the wrists, pushing palms firmly down to the mat, gaze slightly forward, belly pulls in. Exhale breath, send it back, downward dog. Inhale breath, high plank. Good, exhale breath, downward dog. One more time, inhale, high plank. Exhale breath, down dog. So for this first walk up, we're just going to slowly walk feet all the way up and in between the hands, coming into our first forward fold. Knees can be slightly bent, especially if your hamstrings are tight. Head and neck is relaxed, down into the legs. Shaking your head, yes and no, left and right. Shifting weight forward into the balls of the feet, back into the heels, side to side. And then fingertips either walk back in line by the toes or place hands onto the shins. Create a halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale breath, forward fold. Do that again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale breath and fold. Slowly bring yourself all the way up to the top. To Tadasana, mountain pose. Hands coming to heart center. Inhale breath, sweeping the arms out and up. Let your gaze follow up. Take a baby arch back, open the chest. Inhale breath back to center. Exhale breath, swan dive or forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale breath, forward fold. Reverse it all the way up. Hands coming to your heart. Inhale breath, reach the arms up overhead. Take your reach back. This time, if you like, you can cactus the arms, elbows bend. Inhale breath, extend all the way up. Exhale breath, forward fold. Hands reaching down towards the mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale breath, forward fold. Reverse it up all the way to the top. Hands coming to your heart. One more time. Inhale, reach. Take it back, open the chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, breath, fold. Step your right foot back into a runner's lunge. And then find some movement into the hips, maybe shifting back, forth, side to side. So from your runner's lunge, begin to straighten through the front leg. You may need to step the back foot up slightly. You may need to move the hips, widen the feet. My back heel is lifted. Coming back to a runner's lunge. Good, and then slowly begin to straighten through that front leg. Take a half lift here, lengthen. Exhale, breath and fold. Palms to the mat. Step your left foot back to high plank. Come to the knees if you need to. If not, stay up onto the toes. Lower halfway down. Chaturanga push-up. Back up to high plank. Lower halfway down. Chaturanga push-up through upward dog. So tops of the toes press down to the floor. Shoulders drawing back. Gaze can go up. Curl the toes under. Send your hips up and back, down dog. Making sure, again, checking out the hands. Fingers are spread nice and wide onto the mat. Take your right leg, extend the right leg up to the sky. Go ahead, let your hip open, knee can bend. Straighten the right leg, look the toes, half lift. Exhale, wrap and fold. Reverse all the way up. Exhale, wrap, hands to your heart. Moving through to the other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, find your back bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, lengthen. Exhale, wrap and fold. Step your left foot back, runner's lunge. Good, finding that movement in the hips, and then begin to straighten through the right leg. Come back to a runner's lunge. Straighten through your right leg again. Again, that back heel can stay lifted, can stay elevated off the mat. Take a half lift as you lengthen the spine, drawing shoulders back away from the ears. Maybe you try to level the hips. Bring it back to a runner's lunge. Palms flat. Step your right foot back. Knees again if you need to. Lower halfway down for that tricep push-up. Back up. Again, halfway through upward facing dog. Exhale, wrap, down dog. Taking your left leg, lift your left leg up to the sky. Knee can bend, hip can open. Make sure that your weight's not just buried all the way over to the right hand, but that you try to distribute the weight evenly if possible. Straighten through the left leg, look forward, come back to a runner's lunge. Right foot steps up to meet the left, coming into your forward fold. Fingertips back in line by the toes, half lift. Exhale, wrap, forward fold, reverse it up all the way to the top. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good, chair pose. So from your chair pose, weight shifts back to the heels, navel pulls to the spine, biceps by the ears, gaze slightly forward. Exhale, wrap, fold, forward fold, half lift. Walk, step, or jump back into your flow. So again, that's going to always be your chaturanga, through up dog, and down dog. So an option for your flow today, if you want to mix it up, when you come to your high plank, take your chaturanga push-up, move through up dog, then from upward facing dog, make your way back into a low chaturanga. So from up dog, you transition low, press back up, down dog. So I'll do that again with you guys. You're in your high plank, chaturanga push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, chaturanga low, press up, high plank, press back, down dog. Full cycle breath. Take right foot, step the right foot forward for crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Back heel stays elevated. Lunging to the right knee. Arms reach up overhead, biceps back by the ears. Good, so my right hip tends to want to swing over into the center line, so drawing that right hip back. Hands moving to your heart, lengthen your spine, left elbow, twist to the outside edge of the right knee. So back leg is strong and straight. Pushing actively right palm into the left. Good, so to change, we're going to move through that flow. So you can take a Trianga. Right leg would stay elevated. Lower, chaturanga, through up dog. There's the option for the low. Press up, meet back, down dog. Left foot steps forward, crescent lunge, other side. Arms reach up overhead. Biceps by the ears, back leg is strong. Hands coming to your heart, lengthen forward. Twist that right elbow, hook it to the outside edge of the left knee. Good, so to change, palms flat to the mat. Left leg lifts. You can keep it up, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Find your way through whatever flow you would like, meeting back in downward facing dog. So here, obviously everybody's at home. So if you'd like, you can take this time taking 5 full breaths in down dog, or if you want to work on those handstand pickups or L hops, take a couple of breaths practicing here. Good, and stepping feet up towards the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, breath, forward fold. Reverse all the way up. Hands to your heart. Adding on a little bit. Inhale, arms reach up. Cactus the arms back, open the chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, lengthen. Walk, step, jump back, find your flow. Meeting back, down dog. Right foot steps forward, crescent lunge. Hands to your heart, lengthen and twist. Inhale, breath, arms reach up. Exhale, breath, hands frame the right foot. Bring weight over to the left hand. Open up, side plank, Vashisthasana. Knee can come down if you need to on the left side. Good, change, high plank. So from this high plank position, we're going to bring right forearm down, left down. Press into the right hand, press into the left. Alternating back and forth. Trying to not move the hips much whenever you do this. Keeping them in line with the shoulders. Good, press back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Knee bends, hip opens, flip your dog wildly. Hips reaching up, fingertips reaching forward. Bring it back around, 3-legged dog. Shift forward, 3-limbed plank, and then go through your flow. If your shoulders are tired, just press back to down dog or come into child's pose. 5 full cycles of breath here in down dog, or again, working on those handstands. Forward fold. Maybe you have a lot of thumps at your house too. Half lift, lengthen. Exhale, breath, forward fold. Reverse it up all the way. Hands to your heart. Inhale, breath, reach up. Take it back, open the chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, walk, step, jump back, vinyasa. Left foot steps up, crescent lunge. Inhale, arms up. Hands to your heart. Lengthen forward, find your twist. Good, change, hands frame the front foot. Take it back. Opening to side plank. Bring it back, high plank. Now from here, knees if you need to, 5 chaturanga push-ups. Good, 3, 2, 1, upward dog. Good, downward dog. Left leg extends to the sky. Knee bends, hip opens, flip your dog wildly. Bring it back around, 3-legged dog. Shift forward, 3-limb plank, flow through. Full cycle breath. 5 full cycles of breath here in down dog, or again, those handstands. I'm determined, I think, to knock this mirror down before the end of class. Good. Full cycle breath in down dog. Right foot forward. Left knee, bring it down. Relax the shoulders just for a moment. Hands interlace to the top of the right knee. Lunging forward into your psoas stretch. Hands coming down to the inside of the right foot. Heel toe your right foot towards the side of the room. Take your right hand, push your right hand into the right leg, and help open up through the hip. Good, so to change, making your way into a half or full split. Good, and release. From here, coming back into a downward dog. If you'd like, you can take a vinyasa flow. Good, take your right foot, pardon me, your left foot, step your left foot forward, bring your right knee down. Hands interlace now to the top of the left knee. Sending the hips back. Half splits. Don't worry, we'll go back to the hip opener and after we come out of this. Moving forward, bringing your right hand down, heel toe left foot out. Press your left hand into the left thigh, opening up that hip. Good. To slowly change, make your way back, down dog or flow. Taking your hands, this time we're going to walk hands back towards the feet, coming into a forward fold. Fingertips around, peace fingers around the big toes. Create a half lift, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, fold upper body in towards the legs. Hinging elbows out to either side if you like. And slowly release. Coming all the way up. All right, eagle. So for eagle pose, middle or back of your mat. Inhale breath, bring your arms up overhead. Right arm crosses under the left, leveling the shoulders, elbows down into the chest. If you like the lengthening back first, go ahead. Stepping forward with your left foot, bring your right leg high up and over. Squeezing light in space, out between the legs. Leveling those hips, leveling the shoulders. Great posture for assisting in opening up all of the joints of our body. Good, and change. Inhale, breath, arms reach up. Left hand to the right. Same thing, leveling it off, fingertips may reach back, elbows down. Bring your left leg up and over. So if your left hip wants to move forward, kind of like how mine is right now, pull that left hip back, swing right hip slightly forward, leveling shoulders, hips, and eventually you're going to want to have your wrists, elbows, navel, and knees, and ankles in one line. Good, change. Inhale, arms reach up. Hands coming down by your side. Take it into extended triangle, so if you need a quarter turn on your mat, go ahead. Inhale, arms up. Step out wide into a 5-pointed star. So from your 5-pointed star, arms reach actively to either sides of the room. Pivot your right toes towards the back of your mat. Left toes slightly turn inward. Now from here, we're going to reach right fingertips towards the back. Right hand comes down to your shin, ankle, or block. Left arm extends up to the sky. Thinking about pushing out of the right hand, not collapsing down into the leg, and then pulling left hip back, really lengthening through the spine. Good, change, coming all the way up, switching the feet. Good, take your breath, lengthen out, and then change the arms. Shin, ankle, or block if you'd like. You can bring hand down to the mat, but again, you don't want to collapse down. You want to stay lifted out. Bring it back up. Then make your feet parallel to one another. Turn the toes in. Arms reach out to either side of the room. Take a breath. Lead with the chest. Hinge forward. Head and neck is relaxed. Wide-legged forward fold. Hands can grab to outside edges of the feet or around ankles or shins. Create a half lift. Lengthen. Exhale, breath. You can begin to pull on outside edges of the feet, bringing the crown of your head closer towards the mat. Good, and change. Hands come out in front of the face. Take your left hand, bring it in front of your face. Open your right arm for a twist. Good, and then switch. Right palm down in front of the face, press down, open and twist, the left arm extends up. Good, release. Hamstring stretch. Right hand comes to the low back, left hand comes to your right ankle or shin. Bringing forehead towards your shin or knee. Switching sides. Then slowly just make your way, lunging side to side. You might get a couple pops in there. I usually do. Alright, so you can stay right where you are. Come down onto your knees if you need to. Working on inversions such as headstand are great to do at home. I know sometimes that in the studio we can just get a little fearful of falling in front of others in this pose, fear of hurting ourselves. A lot of fears kind of come to mind when we start to work on inversions and you haven't done them before. So it's great to be able to do them at home. A couple of ways that we can go into our inversions, and I'll just go over some of the tips I was given that helped me. So whenever I think about going into headstand, there's at least two ways that you can do a headstand. There's a tripod headstand and then there's a forearm headstand. Either way, where your head is on the floor, you want to think about that being where you would balance a book on your head. That's where you want your head on the mat or the floor. You don't want it too far forward because then you'll just roll forward and somersault. You also don't want it too far back because the same thing, you'll just roll over. So you want to find that comfortable spot where you place your head onto the floor. If you already know what you're doing and you're already ahead of me, that's fine. So, other things, whenever you're going into a tripod headstand, which I'll show first, your hands, you want them equal distance from where your head is. So you're creating that equilateral triangle on the mat with your hands and your head. So we'll start there. Palms down on the mat. And then your head, and if you want to watch me first, that's fine, and you can practice. So palms down, shoulder width apart, head down to the floor, and then from here, that's when you got to get your booty up in the air. You can start by just bringing one knee to the back of your arm, maybe you get both, and you come into a tripod shape. Your gaze is just straight back. Now, from here, to go up, what I would suggest is to start just by lifting one leg up at a time, finding that comfortable balance, maybe getting both. But one thing that you definitely do not want to do, especially in tripod, is kick up. You know, for headstands, handstands are a little bit different with the kick-ups, but for headstands, you really want to try to utilize the core strength that you have. So for forearm headstand, you're going to create a fist, and then your forearms are on the mat. Forearms, fist, and then you create, again, that triangle. You're going to place your head in between your arms, same spot, just like how we talked about. So you find that your head is being cradled by your hands as well. You don't want your elbows too far out. That tends to happen a lot, I've noticed. Then from here, lifting the hips up, you can start by hugging knees in to really get and utilize that core strength, hips over shoulders, and then you can start, again, lifting one leg up at a time. Now from there are a lot of other different ways. If you do, again, you don't want to kick up from this position, but you can lift one leg and then lift your leg, hike it up at a time. So there is a difference between lifting the legs up and kicking them up. But just something fun for you to work on while you're at home. And then whenever you come back to the studio, maybe you have worked on a pose that you normally don't spend a lot of time on and that you've been wanting to do. So I wanted to break those down a little bit for you guys and just share some tips that have worked for me in the past. But a lot of it is fear, and I know that. But just practice, keep practicing. It's amazing the things that our bodies can do. So I encourage you all to keep at it at home. Let's go ahead, come back into down dog just for a moment. Good, then shift forward, high plank, coming all the way down, belly shavasana. Let me see where we're at on time. All right. So going into just a few shoulder stretches, we're going to wind down some shoulder stretches and some hip openers. Right arm, let's go ahead and press into the left arm, pardon me. Left hand, right arm leads underneath. Hinging forward. Feeling the stretch into the back of the right arm into shoulder. Good. Slowly change. We'll transition just by reaching that right arm out to the side, straight up from your right shoulder. And then take and roll your body over to the right arm. I like to leave my temple to the floor, left hand just resting by my chest. I know some people do like to take the Sandy Thomas inspired pose, the Sandrasana. Shout out to Sandy. Good, and then switch. Press into your right hand. Take left arm and leave it under. Double pigeon for hip opener today. Right shin parallel to the top of the mat. Take your left foot, bring it over the top of the right. If you prefer to go with your traditional pigeon or eye of the needle, by all means, do what you like at home. You can lean back. This is way too much on the hips. You can lean forward for more intensity. So I was thinking today, I was like, I wonder how it's going to be like coming back to the studio and being in that hot room. Because I know for me, it's going to take me a few classes at least to get reacclimated to the heat. So it's definitely going to kind of shock all of our egos a little bit, which, you know, we just got to go in there and take it class by class and know that our practice, you know, we'll get reacclimated to the heat in that room. It might just take a little bit longer for some of us than others. Go ahead and switch. There are some students and some instructors that I know will not be having any issues with getting reacclimated to that heat, but I will not mention any names, April. Good. Let's take a seated spine twist. Leg can be extended if it's bothersome to be bent, but right knee, bending the right knee, bringing the left foot over the top of the right knee. I like to keep my foot close up by the top of the knee rather than down by the hip. Right arm extends up, and then twist right elbow into the left knee. Sitting up nice and tall, gazing past left shoulder. switch. And change. Arms reach up and twist. I'm also excited to see if anybody has any changes like to hair or anything like that when we get back to the studio. I can picture maybe some of our male students with some facial hair that maybe wasn't there before, or longer hair. It'll be fun. I'm so excited to get to see everybody again once the studio opens back up. Good, and change. Let's take a final down dog. And then turn over onto your backs, coming into Shavasana. So before you settle in completely, let's do one more inversion. Let's take shoulder stand or plow. If you have a block with you, you can do waterfall. So going up into your shoulder stand, hands to the low back, legs reach up, and then walking the hands up the back so that you really start to come into the shoulders. Feet can reach back if you'd like to go into plow. Hands can reach back towards the toes for that just a little bit more added hamstring stretch. I like to flex my feet, flexing the heels towards what would be the front mirror in the room. Good. Hands come back to the low back, reach the legs up. And then as you lower yourself just vertebra at a time. And you can bend the knees side to side. And then take a moment to yourself as we finish class. Close your eyes. Open your palms. Let your feet go out to either sides of the room. Take a nice big inhale breath. Hold it at the top. And letting out a nice big exhale. Thank you all for joining me in this pop-up class today. I hope you all have a wonderful Friday and a great weekend. It looks like tomorrow is going to be just beautiful outside. So I hope everybody has an opportunity to get out and enjoy the outdoors. I hope to see you all in person very, very soon. If not, I will see you here again soon. Namaste. Have a great rest of your Friday.